Tonight we're doing the classic chicken pot pie. It's a go-to in this household. Started off with about 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thighs that I've cut up. And now I'm going to prep our bottom crust. So I've got a fork and I'm just going to do a few pricks in the bottom of the pan, as well as the side of the pan. So this is going to keep it from puffing up while it's baking. So I've got the oven preheated to 400. I'm going to put this in and let this go for about 5 to 10 minutes until it's slightly browned and firm to the touch. Now I'm going to take our chicken and put it in this preheated skillet with about 2 tablespoons of oil. Get that in there, and I'm going to spice it up. This evening we're going to be using Penzeys Arizona Dreaming seasoning. It's a mix of ancho pepper, chipotle pepper, onion, paprika. It's a salt-free seasoning, so we're also going to be adding some garlic salt as well. And you can make it your own, whatever seasonings that you prefer. Mix that around. We're going to cook this over medium heat until it's all evenly browned. Alright, so we're going to get our pie crust out of the oven. Give it a little poke test. It's slightly firm to the touch, so that's right where we want to have it. So we're going to set this to the side. And I've turned my chicken off. It was on for about 10 minutes. And bring this over to the counter as well and get all of our ingredients together that's about to go into this creation.
Now it's time to take all of our ingredients, combine them, and make the filling for our pot pie. And we have the chicken that Caitlin has already prepared. And we're just gonna move this over into the mixing bowl. Now this is 2 pounds of chicken, so it's going to be a very meaty pie. Nice char on it as well. This is chicken thighs, but you can certainly use chicken breast, chicken tenders, whatever your preference is. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put 2 cans of creamy soup in the mix. Normally we use cream of chicken, cream of mushroom, cream of celery, or any combination of those two. But that was not on the shelves today, and we couldn't pass up the urge to do cream of poblano to have a little bit of spice and some fun flavor going in. You gotta love the pop-top lids. So we're gonna put 1 can. And don't want that goodness going to waste. And the second can. Comfort food at its finest. So we have 2 cans of soup, and then of course you got to get your veggies. So a 16-ounce bag of mixed vegetables, or your favorite combination of frozen veggies. We're going to load this up. It's a lot of filling, and it's probably not going to fit into one pie. So this is always good. You can make a couple pies out of this mix. Makes wonderful leftovers, and look at those colors. Mixing in with the chicken, get it a good stir. And the chicken was already pre-seasoned with Penzeys Arizona spice and garlic salt. So you don't need to season it anymore. And as always, season it with whatever your preference is. So now we're gonna take this and we're gonna put it in our pre-baked pie shell. It was baked for about 8 minutes until it was a little more firm. So we'll take a second to see how we are in the filling. Getting close. And there's room for more. You can fill them pretty full. Not gonna hurt anything. I can smell the poblano coming through already. So I think that's a good fair amount, not to overfill it, just to be a little bit on the conservative side. But there's the filling for the easy chicken pot pie, and Caitlin's going to get fancy with some pie art.
All right, so now we're gonna put our top crust on. The second pie crust that came in the package has just been sitting out at room temperature, making it makes it a little bit easier to handle. So I'm just gonna fold it over my hand, kind of like you would if you were making a pizza. So I'm gonna cover the top and have a little excess on the edges, kind of just fold that in. You can either pinch the sides, do little thumb prints, or you can get a fork and do fork prints. I'm just gonna use my thumbs. Get that closed, those two, the bottom crust and the top crust to seal together. So that's what we're doing here. And also, we're gonna need this pie to vent some. So I'm gonna take a sharp knife, make a couple vents, a couple slits. And if you like, you can get creative with it. I'm not the most artistic, so the heart is my go-to, but I've seen some really fancy ones out there, so have fun with it. So I'm just gonna lift that up gently and slide it to the side, and there we go. So we're ready for the oven. So the oven has still been on at 400. We're gonna put this in and let it go for 40 to 45 minutes until the crust has golden brown. Our pot pie has been in for just under 45 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and pull that out. And that's got that perfect golden color that we're looking for. We're gonna let that cool for a few minutes on the stovetop. And we hope that this has given you some weeknight meal inspiration. With love from our kitchen to yours. Thanks for watching.